Hey, this is John at Hand Tool Homeschool, where we are bringing homeschool dads and kids closer together, one woodworking project at a time. And today, I want to give you a tip on how to cross-cut a board so that you can come up with a very square cut right off the bat without having to do anything else. Yeah, you might need to clean it up a little bit, but it's a really great technique to get started. So, let's get to it. So what I'm going to show you now is that I would like to mark the length of board I want at 5.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and measure that out to 5.5. I'm just going to put a little tiny mark on the wood with my pencil. Now what I'm going to do now is take my combination square. I'm going to go ahead and find that little line I placed on the board, and I'm going to go right up to it with the ruler of the combination square. And then I'm going to use my marking knife I'm going to slide my marking knife right up to the metal ruler, and then I'm going to go ahead and very lightly pass all the way across the board. And then I'm going to go again a second time and put a little more pressure. And then the third time, I'm going to put more pressure. So really, you don't have to do more than 2 times. I just do that out of habit. It's something I do. I like to get a nice, clean, deep knife wall. But that's what we're doing. So that's how we create the knife wall. So we just go right to that line and just pull it against the edge of the ruler as we're going across. So once you've done that a couple times, you have scored the board. You can see that knife wall. What this is going to do is it's going to help guide your saw straight across the board. And that's right now, when I talk about crosscut sawing, you can see on this board the grain is running from left to right, but we're cutting down across it. So now I'm going to show you how we do that next. So now I've got my Japanese Ryoba saw, and I'm going to use the crosscut side of the saw there. And what we're going to do is we just want to follow this knife wall. So we're going to put the blade right on the side of the waste wood, as they would call it. So this is the side of the waste wood, and this is the piece that I want. So I don't want to cut on this side of the line over here. I'm going to exaggerate it a little bit, but if I was to cut on this side over here, I'm taking away from this wood, which I don't want to do. I need it to be the exact length of 5.5. So I don't want to cut on this side of the line, but I want to just cut right on this side of the line.
One thing I want to show you here real quick that I forgot to tell you is to extend the knife wall up over the edge of the board. And you can see right here, that's what I've done, and it makes it so easy to follow your line. So do that and you'll be good.
So I'm going to put my saw on this side of the line, just ever so slightly, and I'm going to place my thumb up against it, above the teeth, not so low where the teeth are going to hit me, not down in here, but I'm actually going to place it. Let's see if I can show you a little bit more exaggerated. So my tip of my thumb is going to be above the teeth, and it's simply there just to allow the saw to stay in place so it doesn't go this way and it doesn't go that way, because I'll be pressing against my thumb a little bit this way. So it's definitely not going to go that way, and it's not going to go this way because my thumb won't let it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off really light, and you put your blade right up on that left side of the knife wall, and then you just lightly pull down, and then you're just going across the top. You want to make sure you're cutting square across the top as well. So that's why you're watching your knife line. And from here, you're just going to go all the way down, parallel to that knife wall. And here we're letting the saw do the work. Okay, now we're through. And what I want to show you here is you can see, let's see if we can get a good camera angle Okay, so here we have a bit of a better angle in the camera, and you can now see where my knife point is touching. See how this is nice and smooth, and then you've got a little bit of rough further up here. That's where your saw cut is the rough area, but this small smooth area is your knife wall. And this is really important because now you have something to reference. So when you're planing this down, you're just going to plane down to that smooth knife wall, and then you know you're done, and you're going to have a perfect 90-degree angle across this board. It's going to be perfectly straight when you lay your square against this side and the top. It's going to lay right against that smooth wood. So that's what you want. But that is a really, really clean cut for a handsaw, and that's why I recommend these Japanese saws. They have fine teeth and they're very sharp and they do great at cutting. So that's what we have. Let's just go ahead and put a square up on it. By the way, this is poplar that we're using for the project, so it's already it already comes dimensioned in the sense that it's already planed and squared on the sides, and the face is planed, so you can reference the sides already as good squared up boards. And it might be hard to tell in this picture, but there's barely a gap. I think you can see it right there. You can see the tiniest gap, and that's because at the beginning of the cut you can see I didn't quite get right on my knife wall, and I left a little bit of wood up here, so it's sitting up higher. It's not going to allow my square to register cleanly all the way across. So that's why I have a tiny gap, but it's almost nothing. And so next week's tip will show you how to clean this up and get it exactly 90 degrees across, and that's what we want every time. So we want a true edge, and that's what we'll work towards. So next week I'll be showing you how to square that up and clean it up. So thanks for watching today. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. I would love to hear more from you and get your feedback, and for you to just share with us what you are accomplishing through woodworking with your kids. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and God bless.